Hi there, my name's Darrell, it's great to see you and welcome to Old Man Cycling. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really pleased at the moment the way that my riding's going at the moment. I'm in the process of trying to recover from an accident and getting my fitness back up. And so since getting back on the bike, I've done 4 rides. I've filmed 2 of them, which you may have seen. And if you haven't, I'll put a link just up here so you can go and check those out after this video. But what I'm going to do in this video today is I'm going to get out on the road fairly soon, and I'm really just going to talk to you about why I enjoy cycling and how my Orbea D30-1X e-bike helps me to do that. So come along with me and let's go and enjoy the ride. So as I said in my introduction, I have done a few rides that I have not filmed because I do find that when I'm filming a ride, it does take a lot longer because I've got to concentrate on extra things. And I'm also thinking as well about doing things like filming extra footage that I really like doing, and it makes the video a bit more special. Things like when I'm riding past the camera, it takes a lot more work because you have to put the camera down, ride away from it, ride past it, turn around, pick the camera back up, and it just takes so much longer and you can't concentrate on riding efficiently. And so that's why I will be doing some rides that I don't film, just so I can really just concentrate on my riding and making sure I get my fitness back up to where it needs to be. But today what I want to do is share with you all the reasons why I enjoy cycling. For me, I think the biggest draw of cycling is just the ability to get some exercise done but be out and about, seeing the countryside and enjoying the fresh air. It's much more pleasurable being out on the road than it is stuck in my spare room on the exercise bike. I find the feeling that you get from riding an e-bike is almost difficult to put into words. When you get that extra little bit of a boost from the motor, especially going up a hill or pulling away from a junction, it just gives you a really good feeling. Now it could be the technology geek in me that just likes that kind of thing, or because I've done normal road cycling for so long, or that feeling of just getting a little bit of an extra helping hand somehow makes it feel so much more pleasurable. Many people who are like me, who are into their 50s, will share the same issues I do. I suffer particularly from my knees, and that's been made even worse by the fact that the accident that I had took a heavy toll on my left knee. But I've found that I can cycle without it affecting my knees at all. And since I've been back on the bike over the last couple of weeks, I've had much less pain in my knee. So I think getting it moving, strengthening it is a great thing. Now, it probably wouldn't work for everybody. It would very much depend on the particular kind of injury that you have or the type of problems you suffer from. But for me, it is absolutely great in helping with my knee problems. Now, if this is your first time visiting the channel, I do have quite a few videos in my back catalogue talking about the e-bike, so you can go and check those out. Just have a look through my back catalogue. But also, you can do me a really big favour by clicking like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because that way it just helps the channel to grow, but also it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. And this little part of the world here there are quite a few cycle lanes, and I'm coming up to a busy roundabout now. So this cycle lane that I'm in just here goes up onto the pavement just here, as I'm doing at the moment. So to get across the junction, I come around like this, and it's just a much safer way of tackling this roundabout. So we come to here, we can get over nice and easily to this middle island just here, wait for the passing cars to come, and then we can get over quite happily without worrying about tackling the junction and meeting cars that are racing round on their way to work. There's the end of the cycle lane, and I'm back on the road. Now, I wouldn't normally use that cycle lane to get around the roundabout, but since my accident when I got knocked off the bike by a car, I am so much more apprehensive and a bit more vigilant, probably more than anything, about when I'm riding. And so any opportunity, like at the moment when I've got to use a cycle lane, it just gives so much more peace of mind, keeps you away from the cars, and for me it's just more sensible. And in the past I have talked about actually riding on the footpath on busy roads, and as long as you are courteous to any pedestrians and give them right of way, I really don't see the problem. Clearly I wouldn't use a footpath in a very busy, heavily populated area if there was lots of pedestrians, but out in the middle of the countryside, or where I am now when there's nobody about, really it's common sense to keep yourself safe. That was nice, a skip lorry let me out of a junction, very courteous. One thing I think is really important, that as cyclists we are courteous to other road users. I was just coming up a climb then, it's only a small one, but I was going slowly and a van came up behind me. I passed quite a handy little space where I could just pull off the road to let him go past. He didn't get annoyed because he was being held up. It didn't really bother me at all, but it did a useful job of promoting positive attitudes towards cyclists. There are so many times when I'm driving a car and I come up behind a group of cyclists that refuse to move, and it's very frustrating. Now, I'm not particularly scientific when it comes to sports science, but I would imagine that some of the pleasure people get from cycling is just the endorphins that are released when you take part in exercise. Actually doing something physical ends up feeling really good, especially when you get back from a ride. You've got a kind of really natural high that is difficult to contend with. But I'd be really interested in knowing your stories. What makes you excited about riding and gets you out on your bike? Are your experiences similar to mine, or have you got different reasons? I'd really love to know, so let me know down below in the comments. But I think sharing stories is great for everybody that watches these videos, because it just builds up a little bit more community between everybody that watches. This morning I've got out at just before 7 o'clock, so the roads are really quiet, and it means that by the time I get home I'll have the rest of the day to myself, which is another bonus as well. I've got out before it gets too hot or too busy, and it's a great time of the morning to be out to enjoy this lovely countryside. Oh, how nice. A very freshly tarmacked bit of country road. This is unusual. They're normally full of potholes. I am a really big believer that everybody should have something in their life that they really enjoy doing, that they can look forward to. Now, I'm not into new age woo and all that kind of thing, but if you have a hobby or something that can take your mind away from the stresses of life, it can really improve your mental well-being and just improve your overall quality of life. It's really important, it's vital, and I'm glad that I've got cycling. Well, I've really enjoyed my ride this morning, and I hope I've given you some ideas why I enjoy my cycling. And the good news is that my fitness is improving. I've not felt any pain from my knees today, so everything's great. And my apprehension about getting out on the bike has gone down as well. So everything is just getting really positive, and I'm just so glad that I've managed to get myself back out on the bike. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, and if you have, you can let me know down below in the comments, or nip over to my Facebook account and leave me your comments there. Now, if you want to do me a really big favour and help the channel to grow, you can also click the like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because YouTube loves that kind of thing, but more importantly, it'll make sure that you don't miss out on any future cycling content. Watch out for the next video, that will be going up very soon, but in the meantime, it's been great to see you. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. It's much more pleasurable. It's much... Whoa, bumpy road, bumpy road. My accident when I got knocked off a car. Bollocks. I get knocked off a car. Watch out for the next... I've got people watching and I'm making a mess.